Hi guys, you are welcome back, Significant Woman. I have missed you. It's been a while since I last had a video here, and I made a post some time back saying that I was planning and realigning myself, rethinking about what I need to share with you guys. And I hope that you did not forget me, just like I did not, but I really am glad that I am here to share with you something that I believe is going to be impactful, that is going to add a lot of value to your lives. And if you're new here, my name is Edith, and this is Significant Woman. So I've talked with a lot of people, especially my friends. When I had just begun this YouTube channel, I would be sharing with my friends, and knowing how much need there is for people to just get online, especially people who have a message, people who have a voice, people who can add value through what they are sharing. I would meet most of my friends and I'll be telling them, why don't you go online? Why don't you start a YouTube channel? And most of them would be like, well, I've thought about it. I've thought about starting a YouTube channel. I've thought about going on TikTok and Instagram and being really serious. Not the things of just having an account and you're more of a consumer, but actually also adding a voice that is going to make a difference in someone's life. So many people have thought about it, but they always hold back. So I want to ask you, have you ever thought about starting a channel or TikTok or being intentional on Instagram or any other social media platform, or just going online and sharing about something? It could be any niche. It could be cooking. You want to do travel. You want to talk about fashion or hair or anything. Have you ever thought about it, but then something holds you back? It could be maybe fear. You're fearful that maybe you will not get an audience. People might not like you. You're fearing to be bullied. You're wondering how much it will take you to just work on videos. You're wondering whether you have the right editing skills. And because of all the things that you're thinking about, you hold back and then you become invisible. You become silent and just settle for going online and watching other people's videos, and that is it. But what if I told you that actually your voice matters and your voice needs to get out online so that you can add a voice to the so many people who are already impacting lives? Now, if you're watching this video and you're one of those people, I want to help you. At the end of this video, yes, we are going to talk about some of the things that hold us back, some of the fears that we have. I want to share with you why you actually need to get online and start sharing your voice so that people can hear you and people can be impacted by your message. And then also I'm going to share with you how to get over some of the lies that are stopping you from getting online. So I believe that by the time we finish this video, you will be a little bit encouraged and challenged to take that bold step and open that account and start posting your content there. So I want to first share about why you need to show up online. The world is now online, guys. Right now we are about 8.2 billion people in the world, but statistics show us that 5.78 billion people are mobile phone subscribers. Now, 5.56 billion people are using the internet. And that means that they are in the digital space for one reason or another. But then also 5.2 billion people are social media users for so many reasons. Some are creating content, others are just consuming it, others are watching their favorite influencers, their favorite celebrities, they are watching TikTok and just having fun, they are checking out like so many things. People do a lot of things online. Now imagine 5.2 billion people are using social media. But then I want to tell you that, we have 24 hours, but if you're to look at the time that you spend when you're awake, we could say maybe, let's say, 12 hours. Let's say you wake up at 6 in the morning and you go to bed maybe at 6. But for all this waking time, there are many things that you're doing. You're working, you're moving, you're watching a movie, but research shows us that people spend on average 7 hours online of their waking time. So when you look at the time that you spend when you are awake, it means that people actually spend most of their waking time online. What does this show you? Especially when you go online. Let's just talk about social media. When you go on social media, what do you find? So can we say that the 5 billion people who are going online, are they finding content that is building their lives, or they are finding content that is actually destroying them? We have had so many stories of people who have gone online and their culture has been shaped. I think all of us we've been influenced by social media or things that we watch online in one way or another. The way fashion is right now, it's because you've watched maybe your favorite celebrity putting on like that, or children or people of your age. Like many things that we watch online end up affecting our lives. They end up shaping our culture. They end up shaping our perspectives. They end up really making us who we are right now. A lot of times you find that the things that we believe in, or the things that we want, or the things that we are dreaming about, is because we've maybe watched them online. There are so many stories that we have had, and some are very good really, but some are very bad, of people who have ended up making decisions that are really not good because of what they were watching online. So can we say that all the content that we are finding online, that all these 5.2 billion people or plus are finding online, is actually building them? So recently we were planning at work, and we were looking at statistics. We were just checking because we wanted to know how many content creators are Christians online. And we were saying, okay, they could be like 20%. Me, I was thinking, I was being hopeful. I'm like, maybe 30%. But we're like, okay, let's check and see. Guys, we were shocked to find that only 1%, there are about 200 million content creators, and just like 1 million were Christians. They were Christian content creators. So just 1% of the content creators, or even less, it is actually less. So we said, okay, let's just round it off. But less than 1% of people who are creating content online are Christians. So you can imagine, and you can literally make a conclusion that most of the content that is getting online, it is not really Christian based. It is not helping people grow in their relationship with God. It is not giving people faith. It is not giving people hope. Rather, it is destroying lives. It is giving people pressure. It is putting people on pressure. It is making people do things that they would never have thought of doing. So this is one of the reasons why you need to go online, because if you're a Christian, just know that less than 1% of us are online. And just like I started, God sends us, Jesus sends us to go into the world and make disciples of all nations. Now, if 5 billion people, over 60% of the population of the world is online, then we better go there, because when Jesus was sending us, he sent us to where people are, including online. But then the other thing is that your voice can reach people you will never meet in person. You could be like me. When I started doing ministry, I was more excited and thrilled about the relationship. Say that one-on-one ministry where you meet with this person and you talk and you share lives. You're literally doing life together, one-on-one, physically. You can laugh, you can touch these people. So when they asked me to do ministry digitally, to join the department that does ministry digitally, it was more of, really, first of all, I'm not a technical person. I'm not a digital person. I was not on social media by then. I'm like, really? What am I going to do right now? How am I going to do this thing, But I realized that online, in a day, I think I could maybe say I can meet maybe like 20 or 30 people and have a one-on-one conversation with them, or in a group. But guess what? Online, I don't need a ticket to go to China. I don't need a ticket to go to Malaysia. I don't need a ticket to go to the US. I don't need a ticket to go to South Africa. No, to meet these people physically. All I need is my phone and data. And when I upload this video, it can be watched by people all over the world. I always think that in heaven, I'll be right there and someone is going to tap me on the shoulder and say, Edith, I'm here because of you. I stopped drinking because of you. I stopped sleeping around because of you. And I will be surprised because I know that I've never been to China or I've never been to this country. And I'm like, wait a minute, how did I meet you? Like, first tell me how. And they're like, no, I was your subscriber. I used to follow you. I used to watch your videos. I used to watch how you would live your life. And from that, I was encouraged to think about maybe changing my lifestyle. And I gave my life because of the videos that you used to share. I always feel like heaven, it might not be like that, but I always feel like heaven is going to be like that because I've spread my wings and I'm like, okay, God, I might not really enjoy doing this thing. I might really not be comfortable putting my life here, but if you have sent me into the world, then I'm going to go into the digital space for you. And because of that, I'm going to impact so many lives around the world because I obeyed and took that bold step. So what I'm trying to say is that when you put yourself out there, your influence spreads. It goes beyond borders. It goes beyond races. It goes beyond tribes. And you can do all that just by you sitting in your house and pressing the record button on your camera, on your phone, and you go live, and many lives are going to be impacted across the world. So your voice can reach people you will never meet in person, and you can transform their lives. Just imagine how beautiful that is. And then the other thing is that being a Christian content creator isn't about fame. It's about being faithful. One of my best scriptures that I love, and I want to put a disclaimer. When I say Christian content creator, I'm not talking about people who preach. I'm talking about you being a Christian, but you're creating content. It could be about travel, it could be about fashion, like I'd said, about cooking, about whatever that you want to talk about. But as long as you're a Christian who's creating content, that makes you a Christian content creator. One of the scriptures that I love is Matthew chapter 5, verses 14 to 16. That tells us that we are the light of the world and we need to let that light shine. And it also goes on to talk about, I think in verse 17, it goes on to talk about the fact that we should do, like our good works, we should continue doing good things so that people who see them will glorify our Father in heaven. You've heard where people say that your life is the first Bible that some people are going to read. So people are going to look at your life, the way you cook, the way you talk, the way you conduct yourself, the way you put on, the way you travel, the way anything, talk about it. People are going to look at that and they are going to praise your Father, our Father in heaven. But then also letting our light shine. Guys, remember, in the whole digital space, just 1% always of those people are shedding light in the darkness. That means that 99% of the digital space is dark because people are just creating anything for what? For followers, for subscribers, for money. People are just doing whatever for their own gain. So that means that the place is really, really dark and we need to take our light right there. So most of us shun the digital world. I've talked with friends and some of them have even laughed at me for doing YouTube. Like, there's Julia, I was seeing you struggling, coming up with that content. I'm like, yeah, let me struggle, but I know what I'm struggling for. At least one person will watch my video and be transformed. Or you look at your views and you're like, okay, I did this video, but I got only 2 views in one day. Like, really? Yet other people are posting and getting millions? I want you to remember one thing. That the reason that you are going to go online, it's not about fame. It's about you being faithful. It is about you knowing that just one person is enough if they will watch your video and their lives are transformed. So do not focus mainly on subscribers and followers. Focus on the impact that you're going to make when you get online. I want to talk about 3 big lies that most of us have believed and are holding us back from going online. The first one is that I do not have what it takes. Some of you guys think that you do not have what it takes to get online, to start that YouTube channel, to start that TikTok account, to start posting on Instagram. Some of us think that you need perfect clothes, you need a camera, you need to know how to edit, you need a team, like a photographer and a videographer and an editor. You need a beautiful, cozy space to do all your recordings. You need perfect hair, guys. My hair has been... I need to work on my hair, guys. Actually, I was thinking about it when I was doing this video. How am I going to go online with this hair? But sometimes we think that you need, like, you have to change your hairstyle every week. And the clothes, you need to have very perfect clothes. Like, most of us look at our lives and then you feel like, I do not have what it really takes, guys. Those are lies. Remember when God asked Moses, what do you have? The guy only had a stick, and with that, God performed so many miracles. So I want to challenge you. What do you have? Do you have a Samsung phone just like me? Do you have a stand of 40,000 Ugandan shillings or maybe $10? What do you have? And with that, just begin with that, and then you will keep on advancing. And then the other lie that we believe is, I don't want to be seen. I know most of us fear being... being online is risky. Today you're okay. Tomorrow someone is going to come out and say something about you that might really break your heart. Like, it really breaks your self-esteem. Someone will come and abuse your family. Most of us don't want to be seen. You're like, I'm exposing my life. I'm talking about my life. I'm being vulnerable to the whole world. Most of my friends, maybe who don't know my life, are now going to find out who I am. Like, you really might have so many fears. But remember, not everyone is going to like you online. Not everyone is going to really appreciate how you look. Not everyone is going to, no, you're not going to be everyone's favorite. But remember, your goal is not to have likes, or it's not to have fame. It's not to have fans. No. Your goal is to impact a life. Don't let anything hold you back. Remember that there is that one person, that one girl, that one man who is waiting to hear what you will tell them, and their lives are going to get transformed. Their lives are going to turn around the right side up. So don't fear what other people are going to say. Some people, like I've said, they've really discouraged me. They've laughed at me, and I've second-guessed myself of, am I doing the right thing? Should I really put myself out here? Should I talk about these things? Many people will say whatever they want to say, but don't let that get to you. Go out there, get online, because you have a goal, and that should be the only thing that you focus on. And then the other thing is that I have nothing valuable to say. You might not be confident maybe in your English or your knowledge or your wisdom. You're like, what am I going to tell people? I don't have anything mega to say, because there are people that I watch online, like Candice Owens. They are talking and I'm like, this lady, she's too eloquent. She doesn't break at all. She's speaking for hours and hours. She's so knowledgeable. You're like, how about me? I have nothing so special to say. That's a lie from the pits of hell. Remember, God created you uniquely, and you're his child. There is something specific that you will say. If your daughter, if you're a mother, just a child, I have nieces and nephews. Sometimes they are speaking and I'm picking so much from them. If your child of 2 years can speak something amazing into your life, then how about you? With all the experience, with all the exposure that you have, with all the lessons that you have learned in life, just your life is valuable. Your testimony, your life story all that is valuable, and so many people are waiting to hear your story. They are waiting to learn from you. As we conclude, I want to tell you how to overcome fear and self-doubt. Number one is to shift your focus from yourself to others. When you keep on looking at yourself, like me, I was looking at my hair, I'm like, is my hair really good enough for me to make this video? You might be looking at yourself, I don't know, you stutter, all the things that we have talked about. Stop focusing on your weaknesses or works in progress and focus on that person out there who needs you, that child that is being fed on so many things online that might be just saved by your appearance alone online. So stop focusing on yourself. That's being selfish. Focus on the people that are waiting for you. But then also take small steps and keep moving. Keep on improving. Guys, when I started, I didn't even have a stand, like where to put my phone. Most times I will just put it on my table, or just pile books and see how to make sure that my phone is there and is able to record me. I didn't know how to edit. I didn't know so many things. I don't love a camera. I'm a media person, so I'm more of, if I'm to hold a camera, I want to be back. My workmates will tell you, most times I will be at an event, not just my workmates, my friends. I love being in the background. So I will be at a conference and you will not see me in any of the photos. If it's time for the group photo, I'll just put myself behind there so that I don't appear. Like somehow, yeah, that's how I feel about, cameras and all those things. But just getting a video, just getting my phone, to record myself, it was a step of faith, like a big step of faith. And I didn't need to be very perfect. I didn't need a big phone. I used my Samsung phone. I didn't need a stand by then. I recently bought it. I didn't have a ring light. Like, I didn't have so many things. Not like I had a posh place for me to record from. No. Just start with what you have. Take small steps and keep on improving. And many people have given me feedback. Please don't talk like that. Talk like this. You do this, do the other. Many people have given me feedback that is really, really constructive and is helping me improve. Day by day, you keep on improving. So start from somewhere and keep on learning. But then also pray and trust God with the outcome. You see, many times you'll put up a video and it might get only 20 views, but maybe that is what God wanted. I've seen so many people, my videos have they won't have so many views. I've seen so many people, most of my friends, people calling me for advice. How do I do this, the other? And people are getting inspired by just me being online. I'm like, praise the Lord. Even if I'm getting 20 views, at least someone's life is being inspired. I've seen most of my friends, not most, a few of my friends, get online or consider getting online because I went into this space. So you need to pray and trust God with the outcome. For you might be looking at monetization, you might be looking at getting so many subscribers and all, but there is this whole thing of you do your part and leave the results to God and pray. Pray for confidence, pray for what to speak about, pray that God is going to guide you all the way. And then lastly, surround yourself with encouragers. I know there is this young girl, she started very strongly and she was very happy to start her YouTube channel. In a few months down the road, she had closed it. And when I was talking to her, she started telling me, well, my friends told me this and the other, it won't work because of this one reason or the other. And then I stopped. I'm like, wait a minute. Why would they tell you what to do when they actually haven't experienced this? How would they tell you to stop when they've never created a YouTube channel? I'm not saying that you don't listen to your friends. Listen, but sieve. Because some of them are just giving you their opinion. And it's not like you have to follow every opinion that every person gives you. So you need to surround yourself with people that at least have an experience in this world of being online, being a content creator, being an influencer. So be in those circles. Yeah, look out for people that you can talk to that also have maybe a TikTok account or they have a YouTube channel, people who are creating and also understand the hustle. Those are the people that you need to surround yourself with, because you will learn from them, you will share ideas, you will collaborate, and of course you will continue to grow. I want to stop here because the video is going to be long, and I'm going to continue sharing this with you, because my desire right now, my goal right now, is to say that 1% increases to at least 10% in the next maybe 2 years. So I'm on a mission of equipping and empowering Christian influencers, Christian content creators who are going to be online and can shed light in the dark world online. So please, if you're new here and you're just thinking about how to grow yourself online, how to be impactful, how to make a difference online, how to start a YouTube channel, please consider subscribing and be ready, because I'm going to be uploading videos every week. I want to share with you guys so that you can grow, so that you can learn, so that we can have an army of Christians who are going to be online. But then also, please share with me in the comment section if some of the things that are stopping you from going online. But then also, if you had fear and you overcame it, please share some of the things that you did so that we can learn from you. And if you have any question about how do you go online, how do you start a YouTube channel, what do you need to do, and the things that you don't need to do, any question, please drop it in the comment section, and I'm going to make sure that I respond to each one of them. If you want any help that is private, just one-on-one, please connect with me. You can send me an email. It should be somewhere, maybe like in my profile or something. Just send me an email and then we'll catch up. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time, bye.